They call it the Castle in the Rockies, and one look and you can see why.
Right in the heart of Canada's first national park, surrounded by majestic mountains, is one of the most iconic luxury resorts in the world. Welcome to Banff National Park. Today, we're checking into the legendary Fairmont Banff Springs. Built in 1888, this hotel has hosted royals and celebrities in luxury high in the Canadian Rockies. We'll explore our Fairmont Gold Junior Suite, the property, the world-class dining, and the amazing location. But behind these stone walls, did the 130-year-old castle actually live up to its 5-star price tag? We're taking you inside to find out. Banff is a small mountain town which sits entirely within the Banff National Park boundary, at an elevation of about 4,500 feet. The town only has a population of about 8,000 residents, but more than 4 million people visit each year. Situated at the western edge of Alberta, the closest major city is Calgary, which is about 90 minutes by car. It's a gorgeous drive, or you can use one of the many shuttle services to get between Calgary and Banff.
As you explore the property, you'll see some signs of the history of this hotel.
The hotel was originally built in 1888 by the Canadian Pacific Railway to draw tourists to the area. The original wooden building burnt down in 1928, and the stone building you see today was built in its place. In 1988, the hotel was designated a National Historic Site in Canada. Canadian Pacific purchased the Fairmont brand in 1999, and in 2001, the hotel was rebranded as a Fairmont. The hotel has 2 main wings and a conference center. It's a stunning contrast to the wilderness that surrounds this area. If you're entering through the main lobby, you'll be greeted when you pull up. There are options for self-parking and valet, both at a cost. The main lobby is adorned with stone and 2 grand staircases. It's surprisingly open given the age of the building. However, if you're using Fairmont Gold, there's a special entrance. We booked the Deluxe King Room using American Express Fine Hotels and Resorts, and we're upgraded to a Fairmont Gold level room, a junior suite, room 559. Fairmont Gold is an elevated tier of room which has a dedicated check-in, concierge, and a lounge. We arrived here on the Rocky Mountaineer, and they handled our check-in for us, so we were able to head straight to our room today. By the way, if you want to check out our train journey, we'll link that video down in the description. This is also a great opportunity for you to hit that subscribe button so you never miss one of our adventures. This room is listed as being 322 square feet in size, but it felt much larger, except in one specific area that we'll get to in just a moment. The bed area is elevated, so there are some small steps up to the firm but comfortable king-size bed. The linens were a good quality, as you'd expect at Fairmont, and the pillows were nice. To one side is a large dresser, with a Bluetooth speaker and wireless charger. The remote control for the TV even has a little leather box. Both sides feature power outlets, both USB-A and C, and North American outlets. The bedroom portion also has a sitting chair next to the window so you can admire the view. This room is nicely appointed, but the best feature is the view.
Our room has excellent views over the Bow River and the Cascade Mountains.
The living area has a large sofa and an armchair, and another great view. There's a small dining table for 2, and when we arrived, this was set out with some truffles and a welcome treat. Filtered water is provided and replenished at each service. Fairmont has made an effort to make their properties sustainable, and there are no single-use plastics in the rooms. The coffee and tea setup is in a nice wooden cabinet with brass accents. There's a tea kettle and a separate Nespresso machine. Below, there's a small drawer and a refrigerator. The closet is larger than it looks from the outside. There's a steamer, robes, safe, and umbrella. Just across from the closet is the bathroom. We actually thought there were 2 bathrooms at first because this is the size of a powder room. But no, this is it. The finishes are nice and the shower was a good size, but it's a little bit of a dance to shut the door if you are standing in the room. Wi-Fi is included for all guests and was decently quick. If you use your Accor account, it's even faster. Overall, this room is a great size except for the bathroom, which is comically small. The room features intricate woodwork and trim. There are pops of color from several design features and artwork. As we mentioned, we booked this hotel through the American Express Fine Hotels and Resorts program. This program is a benefit of the Platinum American Express cards. When booking through Fine Hotels, there are a number of benefits like a noon check-in and 4 p.m. checkout, a property credit which is usually $100 US, daily breakfast for 2, and a room upgrade when available. It's not always cheapest to book a hotel through this program, even when factoring in the credits. So always double check the rates to make sure this is a good deal. And speaking of good deals, while it looks like a palace, wait until you hear what we actually paid to stay in this specific suite. Since this is a Fairmont Gold room, it also includes access to the Fairmont Lounge. The Fairmont Gold Lounge is quite large and has different services throughout the day. There's a complimentary breakfast buffet, and we thought the selection here was as good as the one available in the main restaurant. There are canapes in the afternoon, desserts in the evening, and a full-service bar. The drinks were reasonably priced. We each paid 13 Canadian dollars for a Buffalo Trace Old Fashioned, and we enjoyed these. The lounge has plenty of seating in several areas, even a quiet area. There's even a guest pantry with dishes, coffees, and teas. This was one of the nicest hotel lounges we've seen. Heading out into the hotel, there are plenty of other venues between the main building and the gatehouse wing. The Vermilion Room is a casual all-day restaurant and where breakfast is served. With our Fine Hotels reservation, breakfast for 2 was included, so we ate here one morning. The space is well decorated, and you have your choice between a la carte or a buffet. Made-to-order items were also included in the buffet, and it was your fairly standard selection of items. We thought the buffet was pretty similar to the included Fairmont Gold Lounge buffet upstairs. Just off the lobby is stock, food, and drink. This cafe is open 24 hours a day and has a selection of grab-and-go items along with some coffees. When the weather is nice, there's an outdoor patio with some great views. Hungry yet? There are still plenty of options. 1888 Chop House is an upscale steakhouse and is open for dinner Tuesday through Saturday. Grapes and Za is a pizza and wine bar open for dinner Tuesday through Saturday. This is a cute but small space. The massive Rundle bar is in the center of the castle. It's open from late morning till midnight, and it's also where you can enjoy afternoon tea. We had drinks and snacks here one night. The food was all very good, and the space is visually stunning. The service was fantastic, and the bartenders were engaging and eager for a challenge. This also opens up to the terrace when the weather is nice. The other wing of the hotel is the gatehouse. This section has a bit more of a modern feel to it, and if you look at photos of the rooms, you can tell these rooms are more contemporary in layout and a little bit larger, but with less of the unique historical charm of the main building rooms. The gatehouse has a few venues as well, like the Ramsay Bar open each evening, and Castello Italiana, an Italian restaurant open daily for dinner. There are plenty of shops in the hotel, from high-end boutiques to casual souvenir stores. There's a large and well-equipped fitness center with free weights, weight machines, and a variety of cardio equipment. There are 2 main resort pools, one indoor and one outside. These are both heated saltwater pools and are open year-round. If you're brave enough to get into the outdoor pool in the winter, there's also a sauna right next to it. There is a poolside bar with drinks and light snacks. The property also features a truly massive spa. In addition to treatments, there are mineral and waterfall pools, steam rooms, and relaxation areas. There is one more venue here, but we'll have to step outside for a quick walk. Down the hill from the hotel is Wild House. This German restaurant is a short walk from the resort and has great views overlooking the Bow and Spray rivers. Its hours vary by season. This spot gets you up close with the river, and yes, there are some great views down here. You don't come all this way to stay in the hotel though.
These views, this is why you come to Banff National Park.
There are complimentary bus passes given out when you check in, and the Rome bus can take you into town in just a few minutes. If you want to walk, there's an excellent hike along the Bow River and Bow Falls. It's about 1.5 miles and it has some elevation changes as you go up and around the falls, but it's a nice walk. If you walk along the road, it's less than 1 mile to town. Downtown Banff has plenty of shops and restaurants. Some of the shops do lean a bit touristy,
After lunch.
but there are still plenty of things to check out. Depending on the time of year, there are many hiking trails easily accessible from town. It's easy to get around with the Roam bus, and the town is pretty compact if you want to walk it. We'll definitely need to come back to this area to spend a few days properly exploring this gorgeous area. But before we head back to the hotel, there's just one last thing Trevor had to try.
Everybody seems to say you've got to try a beaver tail, so I have acquired a beaver tail. I'm a sucker for deep fried dough, so this should be good. It kind of tastes like a deep fried tortilla. I say it's a deep fried piece of dough with cinnamon sugar on it. Yeah, it's kind of like it's really thin, like flatbready kind of thing.
So what did we think of the Fairmont Banff Springs? We loved the view, and even though we got upgraded, we had originally paid for an extra view room. That was definitely worth it. Our room had a few scuffs and marks on the walls, but hotel guests can be rough. Overall, we thought the room was very nice. Unfortunately, our room was right off the elevator, and there was quite a bit of noise from the hallway in the morning. The bathroom is functional, but barely enough room to stand in with the door closed. The shower, however, is a nice size. The property was cool. The hotel staff were friendly and helpful, and the spaces around the hotel are fantastic. It was a little bit hard to get around the hotel during our stay. There was a convention going on and the elevators were in heavy demand most of the day. If you have somewhere to be while staying here, just add a few minutes just in case you have to wait for a space in the elevator. Now, what did all of this cost? We stayed here in late April and we booked this through American Express Fine Hotels. We paid $740 for a Fairmont View King, and we're upgraded to the Fairmont Gold Junior Suite King. This room goes for a little over $1,000 on a comparable day. Would we stay here again? Yes. This was a great hotel and the staff were excellent. You can't beat the location. We probably wouldn't pay for the Fairmont Gold experience, but it was a nice space and a great upgrade. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up. We'll soon have a review of the Fairmont Pacific Rim Hotel in Vancouver. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that one. We appreciate you joining us for our travel adventures. For even more content, check out the playlist in the description and browse the channel. You can also check out our channel memberships here and on Patreon for even more content. Thanks for watching. On to the next adventure.